Thank you for watching. Since the last time I made a video in this series of me reading the Quran, this studio's interior decorator has decided to arrange the chairs and tables differently. And VidMe has announced that it's closing down, so my videos will only be available on YouTube. So this is episode 7 of me reading the Quran, so we can find out what it says. Not what I say it says, but what it actually says. Surat at 10. The fig. By the fig and the olive. By Mount Sinai. By this city of security. Verily, we created man in the best stature. Then we reduced him to the lowest of the low. Save those who believe and do righteous deeds. Then they shall have a reward without end. Then what causes you to deny the recompense? Is not Allah the best of judges? There we go. Surah 95, the fig. Let's see, by the tin, a fig, non-Arabic word of Aramaic origin, and the olive, and by Mount Sinin, error, Sinai, obvious modification for the sake of rhyme, and by this secure country. Indeed, we created the human in the best mold. Then we put him down to be the lowest of the low, except for those who believed and did good deeds. So they will have an unending wage. So what denies you after that in the judgment? Is not Allah the wisest of the judges? Next is 106 Qari'ah. All right. Surat Quraish. For the protection of the Quraish. See, the caravans to set forth safe in winter and in summer. So let them worship the Lord of this house, who has fed them against hunger and has made them safe from fear. Let's see. 106. Quraish. For the taming of the Quraish. Their taming journey is in winter and summer. So let them serve the Lord of this house, who has fed them against hunger and secured them against fear. One. There's Qari'ah. All right. Surat Qari'ah. Qari'ah. I read the transliteration since that is the name of the chapter. It means the striking hour, according to the translator. What is the striking? And what will make you know what the striking is? It is a day whereon mankind will be like moths scattered about, and the mountains will be like carded wool. Then, as for him whose balance will be heavy, he will have a pleasant life. But as for him whose balance will be light, he will have his home in. And what will make you know what it is? A fiercely blazing fire. $101. Yes. The Calamity. The Calamity. What is the Calamity? And you do not know what the Calamity is. A day people will be like scattered moths, and the mountains will be like loosened wool. So for him whose balances are heavy, so he will be in a pleasant life. And as for him whose balances are light, so his mother will be in Hayuwa. Okay. I think they should have translated that one instead of transliterated. But since it was transliterated in both versions, I read the transliterated version. And what do you know what is? It is a raging fire. Okay. Back to this one. It's okay. Ayah 9. He will have his home in Hawiyah, parentheses, pit, comma, i.e., hell, close parentheses. Alright, 75. 75 has 40 verses. Maybe I'll break this one up into a couple of parts. Alright. Surat al-Qiyamah. I swear by the day of resurrection, and I swear by the self-approaching person. Does a man think that we shall not assemble his bones? Yes, we are able to put together in perfect order the tips of his fingers. Nay, man desires to continue committing sins. He asks, when will this day of resurrection? When will be this day of resurrection? Sorry. So when the sight shall be dazed, and the moon will be eclipsed, and the sun and the moon will be joined together. On that day, man will say, yeah, let's break it up there. Okay, so that's right up to 9. 73. Oh, pages are sticky. There we go. 75. The resurrection. I will not swear by the resurrection day, and I will not swear by the accusing soul. Does the human think he we will not gather his bones. Yes, we are able to make him a complete body. Yet the human desires to perform wicked sins before him. He asks, when is the resurrection day? So when the sight dazzled, and the moon eclipsed, and the sun and moon are gathered, on that day man will say, where to flee? No, there is no refuge. Unto your Lord will be the place of rest that day. Unto your Lord, on that day man will be informed of what he sent forward, and what he left behind. Nay, man will be a witness against himself. Though he may put forth his excuses, move not your tongue concerning, to make haste therewith. Let's read 15, 16. Okay. 10. The human will say on that day, where is the escape? Certainly not. There is no refuge. To your Lord on that day will be the final destiny. The human will be informed on that day of what he sent before and what he delayed. Yet the human will be evidence against himself, and though he give his excuses. Let's see. 16. Move not your tongue concerning to make haste therewith. For, let's see. Sorry. It is for us to collect it and to give you the ability to recite it. And when we have recited it to you, then follow its recital. Then it is for us to make it clear, not, but you love the present life of this world, and neglect the hereafter. Some faces that day shall be looking at their Lord, and some faces that day will be thinking that some calamity is about to fall on them. Nay, when reaches to the collarbone, let's see, it will be said, who can cure him? And he will conclude that it was of parting. And one leg will be joined with another leg. The drive will be on that day to your Lord. Started on 16 and then stopped on, yes, okay, started on 16. Let's see. Do not move, 16. Do not move by it your tongue, so that you may hasten it. Surely its collection and its reciting, not reading, is on us. So, when we recite it, so then follow its recitation. Then surely on us its clarification. Certainly not, yet you love the haste, and you neglect the hereafter. Faces on that day will be bright, looking to their Lord, and faces on that day will be dismal, thinking that great disaster will be done to them. Certainly not, when it reaches their collarbone. And it is said, who is a healer? And he thought that it is your departure. And one leg is twisted around another leg. Let's see. 31. So he neither believed nor prayed, but on the contrary, he belied and turned away. Then he walked in conceit to his family, admiring himself. Woe to you! And then, woe to you! Again, woe to you! And then, woe to you! There are two duplicate verses in a row there. I was not stuttering or repeating myself. Does man think that he will be left neglected? Was he not of semen emitted? Then he became then Allah shaped and fashioned in due proportion, and made of him two sexes, male and female. Is not he able to give life to the dead? "30. To your Lord on that day is the driving. So he did not believe, and he did not pray, but he denied and turned away. Then he went to his family, walking with haughtiness. It is closer to you, so closer. Then it is closer to you, so closer. Does the human think he will be left in vain? Was he not a nufta, monea, a word without meaning? Some scholars claim to be sperm or semen. In this sentence, it reiterates Muhammad's claim that nufta is the two sexual discharges. All Muslim translators disregard this word. Emitted forth. Then he was a clot, so he was created, so he was fashioned. So he made from him the two pairs, the male and the female. Is not that able to give life to the dead?" All right. Alright, both versions transliterated a word, nufta. So I'm going to go back and look what it says in the other one. Where did I put my... 37. Here's where I'm reading it again while reading the transliteration, which both translations transliterated. 37. Was he not a nufta, parentheses, mixed male and female sexual discharge, end parentheses. Okay. 104. I think this one's going to be the last surah for this episode. Let's see, 104. Al-Humazah. There we go. Surat Al-Humazah. The Slanderer. Woe to every slanderer and backbiter, who has gathered wealth and counted it. He thinks that his wealth will make him last forever. Nay, verily, he will be thrown into the crushing fire. And what will make you know? What the crushing fire is? The fire of Allah kindled, which leaps up over the hearts. Verily, it shall be closed upon them, and pillars stretched forth. Let's see. 104. The Backbiter. Woe to every backbiter and slanderer, the one who gathers money and counts it. He thinks that his money will make him immortal. Certainly not. Surely he will be thrown into the Hutama. And what do you know what the Hutama is? It is the kindled fire of Allah, which rises above the hearts. Surely it is closed on them in stretched out columns. Hutama 4. Wow. I'm surprised. Usually this one does transliteration, and this one translates when there's a when they aren't doing the same thing. But in this surah, in Ayah 4, this one transliterated the word that this one translated as fire. Thank you for watching. In the comments section, if you thought there was something that was very important for us to take note of, maybe you could write, what comments you would have made or I should have made. This, which verses I should have highlighted or said something about. Thank you. Have a good day.